Hi everyone, Hannah here. Welcome back to our channel for another video. So today's video is going to be how I am doing 6 months postpartum after having our twin girls. Yeah. Whew. It has been a roller coaster of the past 6 months. So I'm just going to jump straight into it and tell you all what's been going on. So, first month after having the twins, everything was still higgledy-piggledy and up in the air. Because I wasn't breastfeeding them, I remember that my bleeding stopping seemed to happen a bit slower, but that probably could have also been attributed to the fact that this time was obviously twins instead of a singleton pregnancy. Healing myself, I think I healed really well and as fast as I normally have done from my previous pregnancies, because I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't tear at all with having my twins. So I got lucky with that. And then, so in regards to how my body went back to normal, I think it happened, most of the major shifts for going back happened within that first month, I think. I don't remember a lot of after pains from like after that 1 month going forward from that point. So yeah, that's mostly how my body was from that. But yeah, and then physically from that point onwards up till now, there has been nothing wrong with that. Getting my cycle back on track, that has been one of the issues that I have faced these past 6 months, because I went on to a combination pill when the twins were around a month old, I believe. And I was on that for 2 months. It was the one where I didn't have a break. I took the pill every day, constantly, for 2 months. However, for me, it could have, maybe I didn't give it long enough to properly kick in and sort my hormones out and sort my cycle out and things like this. But out of those 8 weeks that I was on that combination pill, I bled for 4, which was not something I was used to at all. So, and that wasn't even to say what I was like hormone-wise and mood-wise and temperament-wise. I was more of a roller coaster than I was when I was pregnant, or at least it feels like it looking back. So yeah, I was only on that for 2 months. Now, for the past 3 months since I've come off that pill, my body has regulated itself a lot better. My cycle has got back into sync as to what I am used to from my cycle. It's still a bit more of a hormone increase, at least I feel like it is, during that main week. But aside from that, I feel like I've completely and utterly gone back to normal for how that is now, which is a big relief, in all fairness, because, yeah, I don't know why, but I was just kind of worrying. I think it was more just being on the pill and with how often I was bleeding and things. But yeah, that's all finished with now. The main reason that I wanted to do this update was to talk about how my mental health has been during these past 6 months. If you've seen any of the updates that I have put up about the twins, I sometimes touch a little bit on how I'm doing, and it has been more months 4, 5 and now 6 where my mental health hasn't entirely been brilliant. at the beginning I could chuck it up to what was close to being, or what's called baby blues. Because obviously you still have lots of hormones going around your body, everything's trying to figure out what's going on. And it was a bit different from what I was used to anyway, because obviously I had double the amount of hormones going through my body from having twins. However, now that it's getting to 6 months and my hormones are sorting themselves out, they are becoming more regulated and back to what my body classes as normal. However, there are still some days that are pure low days, and then there are other days which I, forgive the term, but I feel high as a kite. So yes, and it is difficult to try and navigate through it because I don't know why I'll feel low and things. There is a video course on YouTube that I've been watching through Channel Mum. I will leave a link in the description box below if anyone else wants to check that out. But they've had a video which was some points to look out for within yourself. And if it's more of those that you can relate to than not, to possibly talk to your GP. Now, I'm still borderline with that list and within how I know I can feel. So yeah, it is. I don't know whether or not I want to go to my GP, or should I say a GP. In our doctor's surgery, we'll just see whichever doctor's available. So for them just to say, oh, there's nothing we can do, just keep an eye on yourself, which is obviously what I have been doing. And things like that. So that is what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to keep an eye on how I'm feeling. If I feel like I'm having a bad day, try and see if there was a trigger to it. If something had happened beforehand, or if it was just I've exploded at the smallest little thing. Which I have done before, so it is still a bit of a struggle to figure out what my new normal is. And I don't know. I feel like I should be back to normal by now. I feel like that's what society wants me to be, and to have a happy face on and things like this. But there are just some days where all I'm able to do is get our eldest dressed for school and get her to school, and then the rest of us come home and we curl up on the sofa for the rest of the day and nothing else gets achieved. But then again, when those days happen, I'm in that day, but then when I come out of that day, I then feel guilty for letting myself have that day, and I can't win. So yes, as I stated, I wasn't breastfeeding my twins. I wasn't able to. I did express milk and breastfeed them a little bit while we were in the hospital, but wasn't able to keep that up once we got home. But that is another thing that has happened now, that my milk supply has, I'd say about 98% gone, and I am pretty much dried up again, which does make me feel a little bit sad as well. And then I think on the fact that I wasn't able to breastfeed them when there are other mums of twins who have been able to, which then obviously doesn't help with whatever mood I'm feeling, and things like that. So yes, lots of these little stumbles along the road, I guess you could call them, as to how things have been going. More often than not, things are good, or I can get myself back to feeling good more than I can feeling low. So I think that's just what I need to try and do, and to try and keep at it. So yeah, physically, 6 months on, I'm perfectly fine. I do have the mum tum, which I've had 4 kids. Kind of makes sense. So, yeah, and I will do a shot of my 6 months postpartum stomach at the end of this video. In regards to my weight, I actually don't know how much I weighed before I was pregnant with the twins. And I've said this, I think, at some point along the way, but I lost weight when I was pregnant with the twins. I lost quite a bit of weight during the first and second trimesters. However, then when they were born, I went and put a load of weight back on. So last time I weighed myself, I was 168 pounds, which isn't terrible. I mean, it's the heavier side of what I have been before, but I'm still not at my heaviest point. So I've been focusing on that, and I have got a workout routine as well as a healthy meal plan and things. I mentioned it in one of the twins updates. It is the 8Fit app on my phone, which I was introduced to by Emily Norris, and it has been amazing. It's given me some brilliant recipes that I've been able to use and that I've actually wanted to eat, and then the workouts are no more than about 10-15 minutes, which I've been able to fit in about when the twins are having a nap, or sort it out around what the girls are doing as well, which has been absolutely brilliant. So, yeah. Physically, I'm fine. Mentally, I'm working on it. Though, in all fairness, sometimes I feel like I've always been a little bit nuts. I think if you ask the people around me, I've always been a little bit nuts. But, oh well. So, yes. Yeah. So, here is what my stomach is 6 months postpartum. So, here it is from the side. I've always had an extra little bit up here. I've never managed to get rid of that, unfortunately. But yeah. And then here I am from the front. All my lovely stretch marks right there on display. So, yep. I don't think it's that bad. So, yes, that's me 6 months postpartum and how I have been doing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, please go down and hit the subscribe button. I post videos once or twice a week, depending on how my week has been, and they vary amongst a lot of things, as well as being family vlogs for our life with me, my husband and our 4 girls. So please stick around to watch some of those. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. Bye.